Ratan Sharda, we've seen this case pending for 28 years in the country. It's the last leg of the completion of Babri. There needs to be closure in this case, which already began in November 2019 when a marathon Supreme Court judgment held that in this case, a Ram temple will be built at the disputed structure and the Muslims would be given an alternate site. How do you look today at the conspiracy charges against these stalwarts? Like Abhishek said, some of them have passed away. It's the last leg of the Babri case.
There has been a lot of twists and turns to this case since the beginning of this entire episode 492 years back. And now coming to the actual case, there was a commission called Liberhan Commission appointed by the Congress government. It took 17 years to complete its inquiry. Why? I can understand judiciary is very overloaded with cases, but Liberhan Commission was only appointed for this particular purposes. It took 17 years to produce its report, but since 2009 that report was buried. It was under Congress government. So if the Liberhan report was buried by the Congress government since 2009 till it left office for 5 years, it means the report found nothing. And as far as my own experience is concerned, once the judgment on the temple has come that it was a temple, it means that Hindus only destroyed what was there to renovate and build a new temple. So the whole the argument of this being illegal act falls flat once you accept that this was a temple. Thirdly, I have been involved in this, Ram Janmabhoomi, the movement during those time heavily. So many friends of mine, when I didn't go there, everyone came back saying that it was so spontaneous, nobody knew what happened. So now to try to put it on Advani and others is just trying to wish away the responsibility or dragging the issue for so many years. Supreme Court sat over it, Allahabad High Court sat over it. The additional land of 2.77 acres which was acquired by the UP government, that was also made part of the dispute, while the dispute was only for 0.3 acres. So the twist and turn has so many things. The Mulayam Singh filing on the car savers, then the judgment, then the Shila Pujan done on the acquired land. So that was also done by Congress government. So this is a nation's will that has happened, and judgment has gone in favor. Now to talk about illegal destruction will not stand any scrutiny. Yeah.
Mr. Sharda,
yes.
You know, the fact is that at least three Supreme Court rulings of 1994, 2017 and 2019, they have found the demolition of Babri to be wrong, bad in law, attack on the secular fabric or that something that shook the secular fabric of the nation. So you think a lower court is not going to be influenced by the mind of the Supreme Court? I mean, what you are saying is a political argument.
See, one is
that it was a national movement or a religious or a cultural movement.
One is bad in law. No, one is bad in law, other is conspiracy. There is difference. Bad in law is an argument which happened on the day, okay, it could be bad in law or whatever happened was, spontaneous. But whether it's a conspiracy, that is a question. Question is not whether bad or good in law. That is one thing. So many bad things happens, riot happen.
Well, you see, the lower court had actually dropped the conspiracy charges only to be brought back by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court reinstated the conspiracy charges.
Yes,
exactly. So the Supreme Court only in 2017 order or verdict reinstated the conspiracy charges.
My question is, where did Liberhan report go? My simple question is, 17 years of labor, of waste, of so many witnesses, 17 years of report, 6 years under UPA, why the report was not released? So there seems to be a conspiracy to drag on the issues, to keep the tempers high. My point is that this could have been resolved right in 92-93 when the evidence was given by historians, but it went on dragging, vested interest by the various lobbies. So that exactly is the problem, that the twist and turns and the delay in judgment, own reports not being accepted, own commission being thrown into dustbin. That is where the problems come, because people want to keep the tension on. It is basically a political issue. Maybe judiciary will say anything. Ultimately, it has become a
I got your argument, and that's what the defense argument has been in the court, that it was a political movement. Let me go to Acharya Vikramaditya also. Acharya Vikramaditya, आपको क्या लगता है, क्या वर्डिक्ट आएगा आज? आपको लगता है आज के बाद इस केस को पूरी तरीके से हमें भूल के आगे चलना चाहिए? राम मंदिर तो आपको मिल गया है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल राम मंदिर मिल गया है, कोर्ट का धन्यवाद है, परंतु जो भी हुआ है वो बहुत डिले हुआ। जो कुछ हो रहा है, जिस प्रकार से आप समझें कि 400-500 साल तक व्यक्ति इंतजार करे, कितना इंतजार करेगा? 1992 में जो हुआ वो एक पब्लिक एग्रेशन था, और जस्टिस डिलेड जस्टिस डिनाइड एक पुरानी सेइंग है, तो इतने कितने वर्ष लोग इंतजार करेंगे? उसके बाद नहीं, मंदिर मिल गया, लेकिन जिस चीज को डिमोलिश करने के लिए बात की जा रही है, वो सबसे पहले तो आप सब लोग लगातार डिबेट के अंदर उसको बाबरी मस्जिद, बाबरी मॉस्क कह के बुला रहे हैं। मस्जिद, वो मस्जिद थी नहीं, कोर्ट ने ऑलरेडी डिसाइड किया।
मैं सिर्फ बाबरी कह रहा था, बाबरी डिमोलिशन, मैंने नहीं कहा मॉस्क।
हिंदू स्ट्रक्चर पूजा हो रही थी। नहीं, some people in the debate was saying this thing, that was Babri Masjid was there, Babri Mosque was there. Even the Supreme Court ने क्लियरली कह दिया है कि that structure is a Hindu structure, और ट्रेडिशनली उसके नीचे हिंदू स्ट्रक्चर ही था पहले भी, और अब वो हिंदू स्ट्रक्चर को अगर हिंदुओं ने जिस प्रकार से जीर्णोद्धार करने के लिए, उसको बनाने के लिए, नया करने के लिए इतने सालों से न्याय का संघर्ष किया। आप माने आजादी के बाद से 1992 तक कोई हिंसात्मक कार्य नहीं हुआ, लगातार एक अनुबंध करते रहे, अनुरोध करते रहे न्यायपालिका के समक्ष, सरकार के साथ। ये तो एक सम्मान है कि प्रधानमंत्री नेहरू ने उस वक्त जबरदस्ती इसको डिले किया, नहीं तो 1947-48 के अंदर ही इसका निर्णय, जैसे सोमनाथ का हुआ वैसे ही हो जाना चाहिए था। तमाम हिंदू स्थलों का जिस प्रकार से विध्वंस किए गए थे, तो उसी वक्त हो जाता, तो इतनी बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी होती, इतना बड़ा जो एक लोगों के मन में अशांति रही, वो होती नहीं। सबसे पहले उनको करना चाहिए था। नेहरू ने जिस प्रकार से गोविंद वल्लभ पंत इत्यादि सबके साथ मिलकर जो एक हिंदुओं के अगेंस्ट कार्य किया गया, वो पूरे देश के समक्ष।
आज क्या मानते हैं, आज क्या मानते हैं, कोर्ट को सजा देनी चाहिए या कोर्ट को छोड़ देना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल बरी किया जाएगा। किस बात की सजा देनी चाहिए? लोगों को एकत्र करना, उनकी जनभावनाओं को समक्ष करना, और वो कहीं कोई गलत काम नहीं है। अगर आप अपने मंदिर को जाकर बनाना, धर्म कार्य सबसे पहले यही कहता है ना, किसी को चोट ना लगे, आहत ना लगे, परंतु कब तक? धर्म हिंसा तथैव च, अहिंसा परमो धर्म, परंतु हिंसा तथैव च, शास्त्र को भी।
देखिए आचार्य विक्रमादित्य, एक्चुअली जो सीबीआई ने अपना चार्जशीट फाइल किया था, सीबीआई ने जो चार्जशीट फाइल किया है, उसमें एक्चुअली आर्गुमेंट है कि जो हुआ बाबरी में उस समय 1992 में 6 दिसंबर को, उसके बाद बहुत राइटिंग हुआ, आर्सन हुआ, राइट्स हुए, कम्युनल वायलेंस हुआ और काफ़ी सारी डेथ हुई, तो उसमें हिंसा भी हुई। बट आई हैव अ पॉलिटिकल आर्गुमेंट ऑन दिस, ऑन विच आई वांट रतन शारदा, बिफोर आई गिव इट टू रिदम, गिव मी अ मिनट, Ratan Sharda, you are saying it was a political movement. The BJP obviously benefited from it. Now the argument that is being given by Vikramaditya is that it was a religious issue. What exactly, was it a religious issue or a political issue? Because BJP, as beneficiary of the Ram Temple movement, grew from 2 seats in 1984 to 90 plus, and then 100, and then of course came to power in 96, 98, and now and became a big political force because of the Ram Temple movement. So for you it's a political argument, for Acharya Vikramaditya it's actually a religious argument. Where do you really stand?
No, Abhishek, what I said was, please, if you go back to what I said it became political. It was politicized. It was not a political movement. It was politicized by the eminent historians in 92-93 onwards, and it was politicized by the so-called secular people. Nobody stopped other parties from joining the campaign for Ram Mandir. So the party which stood by Ram Mandir took the advantage. It shows that Hindus were highly inspired by the thought that the temple has been under siege for 500 years, and their most worshipped God doesn't have a temple. That was clear in the mind of the people who came to Ayodhya. They didn't come for BJP. They didn't come for any political party. No other party stood by Hindus, so advantage taken by BJP. That is how continuous badgering of the Hindus became a political issue. When the issue came up, it was not political at all. That's what I said. Even on the day people are asked to go to Saryu, bring sand of Saryu and put it on the place where it is supposed to be Kar Seva, which was dragged on and on by every government. The courts also did the same thing by putting the additional land again into the disputed structure, which was not disputed at all. After all, foundation stone laying ceremony was done on the same land. So this dragging of the issue made it political. By continuous badgering of the Hindus, it became political issue. And the only party which stood by Hindus was BJP. Nobody stopped from others. Nobody asked Mulayam Singh to fire at Hindus. Nobody asked them to boast about it. Nobody asked Hindus to go on riots. Riots were initiated by others. It was a fallout, but it had nothing to do with the original issue. Why the issue was dragged, why it was politicized, you have to get answers from the Maulvis, from eminent historians who dragged the issue. And Congress party wanted to play both the sides. It allowed the foundation stone, then it went on opposing. It had a CBI inquiry to put on Liberty Commission, which was never used. Yes, please.
Once again, the CBI, under the Manmohan Singh government at that time, had come to the Supreme Court and asked for the charges to be started again. It also said both the cases need to be taken together. We've also seen recently in July how senior BJP leader Mr. L.K. Advani gave his statement via video conferencing for 4 hours and 30 minutes. On the basis of what you are saying, Ratan Tata, he said the same thing. He denied the charges. He also accepted that he was present on the spot with the Kar Seva, but he said he had just arrived there for Kar Seva, which had been allowed. He also asserted he had no role in the demolition, nor did he participate in any act that could impact the unity and integrity of the nation. He is one of the 32 accused who has already given the statement. So, Ratan Tata, here we are seeing now before the special CBI.
Here we are seeing now before the special CBI judge court, who's going to be seeing all the compact FIRs filed before him finally, a culmination point. Because this is no longer only about certain accused, but in the larger picture, today could possibly either be closure or the start once again of some sort of a legal battle in the Babri case.
Yes, surely. But everybody from every evidence knows, whether it's foreign journalists, local journalists, or the videos which are recorded, why the videos are not produced is a question I must ask, because observers there recording every event. Every leader on the stage, including L.K. Advani, continuously appealed the Kar Sevas to please go back, please go back. But when lakhs of people gather, when that patience is tested, a few break the barricade, it was unstoppable. There are records of it, there are video. Can somebody bring out the video which was shot by the observer of the central government? Where is it? So this entire conspiracy of the Congress party and other seculars to keep on badgering Hindus and keep on cornering the leaders of those people who supported them is something that has kept the kettle boiling, because that is what they want.
Absolutely. On that note, we're going to slip into a quick break, viewers. Roughly, they say between 10 to 1, it could be possibly less. The verdict could be here. Marathon eyes on that, all eyes on that marathon verdict. We're back after a short break to really understand the last leg of the Babri cases. Will there be closure, or will this be another case that we shall see continue on? Stay on with us as we continue bringing you live coverage.